Sure. I just want to clarify, in an attempt to bring the discussion back to the underlying bill, that there are those of us on this side of the aisle who do support it. I believe three things. First of all, I believe that capital ratios are critically important to the health and welfare of the financial services sector. And most generally, I've been pretty supportive of those in whatever form they come in. But I also believe that the regulatory agencies don't always get it right. They don't always get it right. And as a matter of fact, I'm increasingly concerned that there is a mindset to not reflect enough of the nuances in different business models, because the truth of the matter is, depending on size and charter and all manner of other factors, they take quite different approaches to their efforts, either as a business for profit or as a member-owned, member-based co-op. I am personally enamored of those regulatory relief bills that pick up on the concept of Mr. Honig, I think if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, which would move in a direction of regulatory schemes that are more tailored to the business models of the institutions. And the other thing I believe is that it's important to remember this is a study, it's a modest delay, and in the interest of the health and the ability of credit unions to be able to undertake their service to their members, I don't think that's too big a price to pay to ensure that we get it right. And I will remind the members of the committee that we have legislation pending before us, not yet heard as I recall, I could be wrong, certainly not acted upon, which would give credit unions access to additional capital in certain circumstances. It just seems to me that we ought to be considering the broader issue of not just how much capital is appropriate, but how they are able to access it. So lest anybody conclude otherwise, there is, I believe, merit in this bill. I'm a proud co-sponsor with my friend from Tennessee, dear brother, to quote my friend from Texas, who was completely wrong-headed about the amendment I offered earlier of his language, but who is completely right-headed about this legislation. And I hope that my colleagues will support it. And with that, I yield back the balance of my time, and I thank you, sir.
Gentleman yields back.